All right. Hello, everybody. Manchester United fans, faithful lovers of football, kindly gather here. We want to discuss really interesting topics here. Breaking news coming out from the Manchester United fan base. A lot of things are going on right now. Yes, clearly Manchester United feels like a lot of people feel like Manchester United have that. I think we have that. How would I put it? We have the belief that Manchester United is definitely going to sign. Manchester United is going to be able to sign Michael Carrick on permanent basis. Yes, the report is that a lot of people around Manchester United have that feeling that Michael Carrick might just become the permanent manager for Manchester United. The belief is there that Manchester United, Michael Carrick have actually done quite well, quite enough to become the Manchester United permanent manager. If we go ahead to look into what Michael Carrick has done for Manchester United, how he has gone about the business, you might want to agree that there is no reason looking outside. There will be no reason looking elsewhere for a permanent manager for Manchester United, because Michael Carrick has actually shown quite a lot, in few games. He has actually shown character, he's shown courage, he's shown ability to handle himself in despair. And all of these things are things that we look at and say that, oh, Michael Carrick have actually done very well for Manchester United. We are not going to deny that fact. He's been very, very pivotal to how Manchester United have reaffirmed themselves in the Premier League. Remember, last season, Manchester United ended up in the 15th position, right? And this season, Manchester United is sitting pretty confidently, comfortably in third position right now, above Aston Villa with goal difference. That is how it is for Manchester United right now. And the news coming out is that Manchester United would be looking at signing Michael Carrick on permanent basis. And now I want to give my own I want to give my own 2 cents, and I'm going to say it this way clearly. Everybody listening to me, get this. Manchester United with Michael Carrick is like a resurgence, right? They've gone from 7th, I'll be 6th. Yeah, they've gone from 6th straight into 3rd position. And the way they've gone about the business, Manchester United in 7 games have drawn just 1. And in about 11, I'll be 12 games, Manchester United is still unbeaten, right? Yes, Manchester United unbeaten in 11, 12 games. So this actually shows you that something good has been happening at Manchester United. Yes, the players are happy playing. The boys, the manager is bringing out the best from the players. And this is, for me, an absolute masterclass from Michael Carrick, what he has done in a very short time. He's played against the best managers in the league. Yes, if you would agree with me that when we saw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer come to Manchester United, he did not actually play against the best people. Yes, there was no time. He started with Cardiff and then Huddersfield and then Bournemouth and then Newcastle, all of those. But when you look at Michael Carrick, how he's done his business, Michael Carrick has started, yes, with Pep Guardiola. Michael Carrick then went from Pep Guardiola, went to Mikel Arteta. From Mikel Arteta, he played Marco Silva. Then he played Nuno Espirito Santo. He's played David Moyes. Look at these names. These names are names that are very good in the Premier League. Marco Silva, Nuno Espirito Santo. These are industry specialists, the way I call them. They have been there. They have done that, and they know the Premier League very well. For a new manager like Michael Carrick to come in and get a win over all of these people, it is massive. It is massive. Yesterday, he played against Oliver Glasner. This is one of the best, one of the talked about managers in the Premier League who might actually take the job, the Manchester United job. But look at what he's done. He's gone there. He's beaten Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. This is something. It is something out of the ordinary what Michael Carrick is doing at Manchester United, and this is the reason why I think that Michael Carrick has everything it takes to stay back at Manchester United as the permanent manager. And the news is confirming it. The news out there is saying it, that everyone at Manchester United actually feels the same way, that Michael Carrick has done enough. He has shown so much. He has shown so much courage. He has shown so much tenacity. He has shown bravery in handling the Manchester United squad. He has gone from back three to back four, playing all of the players in their proper positions, and then allowing them to be happy. Look at Benjamin Sesko. Under Ruben Amorim, Benjamin Sesko obviously was struggling, but look at him with Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick is getting the best out of Benjamin Sesko. He has introduced him gradually into the league, and now Benjamin Sesko is the talk of the town. He's gotten 6, Abby. Yes, he's gotten 6 in 7. Right, that is massive for a player, and that is what the manager has been able to do. So we have to actually give it up for Michael Carrick, what he is doing at Manchester United. It is incredibly beautiful. Yes, I'm going to give you some other news, some other breaking news that is happening at Manchester United. Something quite interesting, something quite beautiful. Yeah, it is. Something quite beautiful, yeah, very interesting. Um, that is the beauty of what is happening. Listen, I'm going to give you a very very interesting news. Yes, this news has to do with Bruno Fernandes, and the report says that Bruno Fernandes is confident to reach an agreement with Manchester United on staying back at the club. That is beautiful news. It is a breaking news that has just come out in the hour. It says that Captain Bruno is set for Manchester United talks, and both clubs feels like they are actually in very good conditions to get Bruno Fernandes to stay at Manchester United beyond summer 2027. Yes, indeed. The report says, Bruno said for Manchester United talks. It's indeed true. Bruno reports as of March 2nd, 2026 confirms that Manchester United have officially booked crunch talk with Captain Bruno to discuss his long-term future. Both the club and Bruno are reportedly confident an agreement will be reached, with the midfielder showing no signs of wanting to leave Old Trafford. Bruno has excelled under the interim boss, Michael Carrick, recording 2 goals and 5 assists in 7 games, helping Manchester United get into the 3rd place in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes' current deal runs until 2027 with 1 year option. Yes, but United wants to see the 31-year-old Portuguese remain at Manchester United because they view him as a pivotal figure and someone who is very important for Manchester United. They want to see him play with Manchester United in the Champions League, and hopefully we will do well. Yes, this is the report this is the report that has been coming out. Bruno Fernandes is set to have new talks, with Manchester United board on his future, and the report says that both camps are very confident that we will get Bruno Fernandes to stay back at Manchester United beyond the summer of 2027 to 2028. Beautiful news coming out from Manchester United. And I'm going to say this here: Bruno Fernandes in the last 7 games has 5 assists and 2 goals. And that is something that a lot of midfielders in the Premier League do not have. Yes, many midfielders in the Premier League do not have the input Bruno Fernandes has been having for Manchester United. I'm telling you that if you take away the assist of Bruno Fernandes, take away the goals of Bruno Fernandes from the Manchester United point of view, I'm telling you that Manchester United might just be out of the top 5. Yes, this is incredible and massive contribution from Bruno Fernandes. He scored against Crystal Palace and he assisted Benjamin Sesko for the second goal. So if you look at it, Bruno Fernandes is an important figure to Manchester United. He is the glue and he is the jigsaw to the Manchester United puzzle. So we all Manchester United fans have actually acknowledged the fact that we want Bruno Fernandes to remain at Manchester United. If possible, Bruno Fernandes can play all of his career at Manchester United, because we think that as he grows older, he becomes even more better with loads of more experience. This is something you can get with some Portuguese players, right? We've seen Cristiano Ronaldo show this kind of strength. Also, we've seen a lot more Portuguese, the likes of Pepe, have shown all of this. We've seen a lot of Portuguese who has played into, even including the likes of Deco, So Manchester United, I think we have a gem. I think Manchester United actually have a gem in Bruno Fernandes. Thank you to everyone who's joining this live broadcast. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, so that even if you don't get a lot of things that I've said in the past 10 minutes, you can also rewatch the video. The news is that Manchester United is set to have talks with Bruno Fernandes. We are set to actually get Bruno Fernandes to begin to settle down at Manchester United beyond the summer of 2028. Also, the news is that a lot of people in the Manchester United board believes that Michael Carrick will be the one to get the job on permanent basis. So if we look at it all rounder, we are going to say that it is clear that Michael Carrick has done very well to get the job. Those are the breaking news. But right now, let us go into a very, very important topic for discussion, and that is this topic is actually really important. The reason why this is very important is because a lot of fans, have been clamoring on the beauty of Kobbie Mainoo's football, and now we want to discuss Kobbie Mainoo as a number 8. Kobbie Mainoo as a number 8, playing alongside Casemiro as the number 6. And the question is, has Kobbie Mainoo done better? Has he done a lot? Do you think that Kobbie Mainoo has been able to do what let's say what Bruno Fernandes was doing when he was playing deep lying? Do you think that Kobbie Mainoo has done better? Do you think that without Kobbie Mainoo that Manchester United cannot play? Because we know clearly who does the obvious job of marking, tackling, supporting the attack and all of that. And we know that Kobbie is a player that could get into the box and actually get Manchester United goals. Yes, he's done that in the previous games. Yes, we saw that beautiful goal against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Also, we saw the goal against these guys, Olympic Lyon in the Champions League. In the Europa League. So we know that Kobbie can get goals, but then in the position he is being played now, is he being restricted? That is the question. Is Kobbie being restricted from going further? Because we see Casemiro a lot of time go further. We see Casemiro put in those tackles. We see Casemiro fighting for the ball and all of those things. But then oftentimes I've seen Kobbie Mainoo dispossessed of the ball. Whenever he's running with the ball, I've seen him being dispossessed. I've seen him being tackled, being brought down. Many of the times I think that Kobbie Mainoo has not been able to show speed. A lot of Manchester United fans feel like he has that calmness, to calm the ball down, to distribute the ball and all of those things, like Paul Scholes does. But then we've not seen Kobbie in the mode of Paul Scholes. That's picking out long passes and all of that. And somebody said that Kobbie Mainoo reminds him of Clarence Seedorf. I can tell you clearly that Clarence Seedorf was not just a good midfielder when it came to distribution of the ball, breaking down the tempo of the game, and also helping the team to actually regain their position. There's something about breaking down the tempo of the game. When you get the ball and you want the team to get their shape. You want the team to get into their shape. You want every player to get into their positions, and this is somehow the job of a number 6, and maybe a number 8. Winning the ball, calming it down, looking, the rotating the ball, rotate possession, try to hold the ball for 1 or 2, seconds, just calm it down. And Bruno has done the, sorry, Kobe has done this excellently well. But then I think that Manchester United fans will be demanding more from Kobe Mainu. That is what I believe. I think that Manchester United fans will be demanding more from Kobe Mainu, because it is going to be difficult to say that, oh, Kobe cannot. It is going to be difficult to say, oh, Kobe might not be able to go into the game, because he does not provide us that goal scoring ability. Yes, we've seen, like I said, we've seen Kobe Mainu score goals in the past. We saw it. We've seen it. I think 2 seasons ago, we saw it. Kobe Mainu. We saw it last season in the Champions League. Kobe Mainu getting into scoring positions and taking his chances. And I think that Kobe has to do more under Michael Carrick. I know he's young, 20 years. He has to improve. He has to make sure he improves his game and all of that. And for me, I think that it is actually very, very important that he does that. Yeah. That very important that Kobe Mainu does that, get more, try to go up more further, get yourself involved in the final third. Manchester United is a possession-based team. We like to attack. As long as Manchester United likes to attack, we can actually get into very good positions and get the ball in very dangerous positions. And this is where I think that Kobe Mainu might be very, very instrumental, playing alongside Bruno Fernandes. What we have seen him do in recent time, right now. So Kobe Mainu can do all of this. Kobe Mainu is I know he's excellent, but I think that Kobe Mainu can actually add more to his game. A lot of fans are asking questions aside from holding the ball, passing it sideways and all of that, and jogging around the field. What has Kobe Mainu brought to Manchester United? And I'm going to answer that question here very clearly. I want you all to understand one thing. Kobe Mainu is an 8. He supports the defense and also supports the attack. That is what Kobe Mainu is doing for Manchester United. He plays a number 6 most times, then he plays a number 8 most times. That is what his job is. He's allowed to get into tackles, break up plays, recycle possession, and then help Manchester United in the counter or in the attacking position. This is Kobe Mainu's job for Manchester United. The number 6 is to make sure that the defense line is covered properly. That is the job of a number 6, making sure that the defense line is covered properly. The number 6 would have to, make attack, all of the times. Anytime that the opposition is coming, the number 6 make sure that he is one of those who will present himself as a roadblock before even the defenders come in. And Kobe Mainu is meant to join in that position to help out the number 6, and also one of his job is to break up plays, transition plays and all of that, spot danger, pick up the ball, recycle possession. And in recycling possession, it makes it very it makes it known that he's trying to calm down the tempo of the game. Maybe play it back to the defense line, play it back to the goalkeeper, recycle the possession in your own half, making sure that all your teammates take shape, and then Kobe Mainu also has that ability to pick out defense splitting passes. This is something I know that he can do, and I believe that he can get into those positions. Yeah, that is one thing I know that Kobe Mainu can do exceptionally. He can get into very good positions. He can, get goals for Manchester United, and he needs to add that to his game, because what I'm seeing him do in this under Michael Carrick is just playing it simple. He is playing it exceptionally simple. Just be there, be that extra man, pick up the ball. And the lovely thing about Kobe Mainu is that he knows how to make himself available. He knows how to present himself, get himself out, put himself in very good positions to actually win the ball. Kobe Mainu also has the ability to wiggle out from tight spaces. He get quick feet, dribble one or two, get out of tight spaces, and also he has the ability to spot where the danger might start and run into those positions. We have seen it in recent times. So I think that Kobe, the only thing that is lacking in Kobe's game right now is to support the attack better, maybe get more assists. Yeah, we are seeing Sandro Tonelli for Newcastle do a lot of this job. You can see Sandro Tonelli picking out very good passes, playing defense splitting passes, having a go at the opposition, from his position. And this is something I think Kobe Mainu can do. Look at Elliot Anderson. We are seeing Elliot Anderson do this thing week in, week out, making sure that he gets his team in a very good position, in attacking positions. Elliot Anderson, look at Adam Wharton against Manchester United. We saw how good Adam Wharton was in the first half, picking up the ball and pushing the attack. It was really, really a beautiful thing to see with Adam Wharton against Manchester United. We know Adam Wharton has been on our radar for a very long time. Yes, this is something we all know. Adam Wharton has been there for a very long time, and Manchester United have been looking for ways to maybe get out the best from Adam Wharton. So for me, I think that Kobe Mainu needs to add more to his game, because we cannot survive as a team if Casemiro leaves Manchester United, right? Kobe Mainu does not give as much as Casemiro. Yesterday, we saw Casemiro everywhere on the pitch. We saw Casemiro doing all of the jobs. We saw Casemiro chasing down, getting in tackles, supporting the attack, playing passes. He was just everywhere, just like Bruno Fernandes. And there is something I've noticed. The older players are giving much more than the younger players. The older players, I feel, understand what it is more to play for Manchester United. And I think that they have to pass that same knowledge down to the younger players. I think that this is what the older players have to do better now. Like, they know that they are aging up. They know that they are going, they have not much time. Between 5 and 7 years, most of them would retire from football. Now, I think that what they have to do is pass the information down to the younger players. Manchester United looks really good when we are looking at the future. We have really young players, the likes of Ahmad, the likes of Kobe. I think that Mbeumo is quite young. I think that Cunha quite young. I think that these guys are actually getting into their prime, joining Manchester United, and I think that they are hitting their prime. Cunha has been really instrumental for Manchester United going into that third position. He's been really instrumental, just like Bruno has been. And we have Cunha, we have Sani Lamens, we have Aiden Heaven, we have Lenny Yoro, we have relatively young players in the defense and in the attack. Benjamin Sesko is actually very young. I think he's 22 years of age. And you see, we have relatively young players. And I think that the likes of Bruno, the likes of Dalot, the likes of Shaw, the likes of Maguire should be talking to these people. And now, let me say one thing that is very important. Manchester United, Barcelona feels like they are going to get something out of Manchester United. This guy, what is his name? Lisandro Martinez. The news out there is that Barcelona is keeping an eye on what is happening around Lisandro Martinez, and they feel like by the end of the season, Manchester United will be looking at letting Lisandro Martinez leave the club. I am against it. Lisandro Martinez is in his prime now. Lisandro Martinez has given Manchester United that defensive cover. The shape of Manchester United looks better when Lisandro Martinez plays alongside Harry Maguire, right? We have Matthias de Ligt, who can actually come in and replace Harry Maguire when it comes to speed. right? Matthias De Ligt has a back problem, and the coach has given us update on how he's doing. Arush Arush Sign. Thank you so much, bro. We are good. Thank you. Hi, welcome. Please, if you're seeing me for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, join the fan channel. You can send stickers to support this channel. It is all about Manchester United. Everything we do here, we do because of Manchester United. We'll bring you all of the news, we bring you all of the rumors, we bring you everything, everything that has to do with Manchester United. Check out the channel, click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. Thank you all for joining this live broadcast where we try to discuss everything around Manchester United in recent times, right? Manchester United has improved so much. Arush saying 4988, you are welcome. So Manchester United have improved so much. And if you have any question, you can send in your questions, you can ask questions, whatever you want to know, you can send in. We will answer it right here and now, because we are all here. We are here just because we want to attend to all of Manchester United. There's a lot of researches going on, and we can tell you that Manchester United can be called the most improved team this season. And I think that if we end up in the top four, third position, second position, I think that Manchester United should be the team of the season. That is my own opinion. I think that Manchester United should be the team of the season, and Bruno Fernandes should be the player of the season, with his contribution to Manchester United being going up into that top four. Manchester United should be the team of the season. Bruno Fernandes should be the player of the season. This is my own opinion, and I think that that will be looked into, that will be considered, because Manchester United is the most improved team in this season. We were 15th last season. We ended up 15th last season. We were down there with Tottenham. Yes, and now, right now, Manchester United is sitting third in the Premier League table, while Tottenham is still languishing in 16th, or 17th, right? So if you look at it, Manchester United have improved dramatically. We have improved the style of play, the positioning, the mentality, the courage, everything has shown that Manchester United have improved so well. So for me, I think that we have to be looking at Bruno Fernandes to win the PFA player. Yes, Professional Footballers Association. He has to win the PFA player of the year. I think so. I believe so, because this guy has been instrumental to Manchester United becoming one of the most influential teams in Premier League. Right now, you cannot play Manchester United and not be scared. You have to be scared of Manchester United, because you know that they are coming to beat you. And they have a player like Bruno, they have players like Cunha, they have players like Casemiro, they have Benjamin Sesko, who has actually introduced himself properly. Let us talk about Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko started against Crystal Palace, to the disapproval of many Manchester United fans. A lot of Manchester United fans thought that maybe Kobe Mainoo should be starting from the bench, because they didn't want the manager to change his winning formula, right? And I quite agree, I quite agree with him. A winning formula should be something that you still hold on to. But then, as a manager, it is his responsibilities to make the call. And I'll tell you something. As a footballer, Taufik Puba, I will come to your question in a moment. As a footballer, I think one thing clearly is this. Every footballer wants to start. Every footballer is ready to play for Manchester United, to start the game. That is the dream of most footballers. Most footballers will call their parents, call their friends, and tell them, I am starting the game for Manchester United, come and watch me. So every footballer wants to start. So if Benjamin Sesko has been coming off the bench and doing something very, very interesting, or putting in a lot of work, then I think it is normal for the manager to actually reward him with a start. that is normal. This has been an age-long tradition in football. And when a player does very well, you want to appreciate him. You want to let him know. You want to give him that confidence booster. You want to show him that you trust him, and you throw him in to start the game. Let us go to Taufik Arusha. Taufik Poba. Yeah, Taufik Poba. The question. Taufik Poba's question is: which area do you think we should improve next season? Taufik, I'll tell you one thing, yeah? We can improve a lot of areas next season. Manchester United needs to be very, very hands-on with our defense line and our defensive midfield area. Remember, we are going to be losing Casemiro. So Manchester United should be improving our midfield area. Very important. And again, we know that aside what is his name, the Moroccan, aside from Nous Mozraoui and Diogo Dalot, you see our right wing, our right fullback space is actually porous, and we need to look for a way to get into that place and get very good fullbacks. So we need fullbacks. We know that Ahmad is a winger. Mbeumo is a winger who can also get you goals. So we need fullbacks. It is very important. We need fullbacks. We need CDMs, proper 8 and 6. Proper 8 and 6. We need them to come in. If we are going to be playing Premier League football next season, we need more than one player in that position. Right? Yes, that is what we need, more than one player in that 8 and 6 position. And now in the defensive area, we know that clearly we have some players who've gone through injury in recent times. We've lost we lost a lot with Lisandro Martinez, and we are seeing Matthias de Ligt, with his back problem. He has been out for a lot of weeks. He's going into months. So I think that the defensive area needs to be shaping up, a little bit, but most importantly, the midfield and the fullbacks. We need to make sure that we improve those areas next season. Our fullbacks and the midfield, they are very, very important. You can bring in more. You can bring in more of your questions, and we are going to be answering them on this live broadcast. I thank you so much for everybody. Thank you so much for everybody who's joining the live. You can click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, join this fan channel, and everything Manchester United will be discussed here. Taufik comes again to say, who do you choose for our CDM? We have a lot of very good CDMs out there. Elliot Anderson. We have Ederson playing for Atalanta. We have some other player also. We have Adam Wharton. We have Angelo Stiller in our radar. Also, we are looking at a lot of CDMs, but for me, I think Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson will do a lot of good for Manchester United. Getting into tackles. I do not see him in the mode of Casemiro. I do not see him in the mode of Casemiro. Casemiro, to me, is an exceptional CDM. Exceptional CDM. He's been present all his life to play in that position. So I do not see him in the mode of Casemiro. Casemiro is so defensively minded and also very attacking minded. And that is something we cannot get in Elliot Anderson. Listen, Elliot Anderson is more of an attack-minded defensive midfielder, and he's more like in the mode of Scott McTominay. He's just, for me, he's an attack-minded defensive midfielder. He wins the ball and he wants to join the attack. But when we look at Casemiro is very keen defensively. Very, very keen defensively, and going on the attack. Casemiro also is very, very good. So we might not get everything in one player, but I think that Elliot Anderson in the CDM role, the coach might be able to, stop him from irrational decisions going forward when it's not needed and all of that. And the coach can mold him into a proper CDM. Also, we can do that with Elliot, and we can do that with Adam Wharton. And one candidate that is very good is in the eighth. I think that I would take Angelo Stiller to play in the number 8 position, because I've seen him in Germany. I think that he's very good with forward play. He's very good, with spreading the ball, going forward, going direct. I think I like him, but I would choose Elliot Anderson in that CDM role for Manchester United. I would choose Elliot Anderson, and maybe I would also want Manchester United, if they can get Adam Wharton and Elliot Anderson, it will be actually very beautiful. Or if they can get Elliot Anderson and Angelo Stiller, it will be massively beautiful. That will be my take. Thank you so much for your messages. Thank you so much for your time here. I appreciate it. Please, guys, if you are joining the live broadcast, please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. We are here to actually answer your questions and give you. Tafik Kuba says, I also think Elliot Anderson is a good choice. Yes, I think that he's a good choice for Manchester United, because we cannot get all in one player. What Casemiro provides for Manchester United is absolutely insane. And I think that I said it in one of my broadcasts that if Casemiro gets injured, Manchester United might be doomed. I pray we don't get, Casemiro does not get injured. Yes, and because I know that we are going to find it hard with Manuel Ugarte. Manuel Ugarte has not actually picked up. He's not picked up a lot of time. A lot of times I think he's jittery. He makes loads of mistakes, and he's not confident on him with himself and how he plays. So for me, I think that we cannot rely on Manuel Ugarte. And that is why we are playing a 34 years old man in our midfield. And because he's giving us a lot more than we can get from a 27, I'll be 26 years old Manuel Ugarte. So I think 24 is Manuel. How old is it? How old is Manuel Ugarte? Let us find out how old Manuel Ugarte is. Let us find out how old Manuel Ugarte is, because I think he's I don't know, but I used to think that Manuel Ugarte is okay. Yeah, he's 24. I'm correct. Manuel Ugarte is 24 years old, and if we have a 24-year-old midfielder at Manchester United, defensive midfielder at Manchester United, and he cannot give us what a 34-year-old can give us, that tells you where we are with our recruitment. Our recruitment is actually really poor, and that is why I think that we should be in the market getting a proper CDM and looking for a way to offload Manuel Ugarte, make some money off him, and get us a proper CDM. I thought that Manuel Ugarte coming to Manchester United was a very big mistake, and that was a mistake made by Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag had no business removing Eric Ten Hag had no business removing Scott McTominay from Manchester United, because at the time Scott McTominay was doing absolutely well for Manchester United. Guys, you can send super stickers, you can send super chats, you can get in your messages, come in, and we'll be talking about all of it. Thank you for your time. Click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. You can support this channel by sending stickers, or sending super chats. Right? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is Taufik Poba again, and he says, do you think we should invest more? We should invest in more CB. Are you satisfied with Aiden Heaven and Euro? Because seems like Delete and Licha can't do a full season. Listen, Euro and Aiden are both young defenders, and they are growing up. They would make loads of mistakes until they get it right, but they have shown real potential of being proper center backs. They have shown, and I think that Euro and Heaven are our midfield sorry, our defense partnership in the future, right? So when I look at it as when I look at it from Licha and Martinez not being able to go a season without injury. Also, we know that Luke Shaw is also a culprit. If they can't go a season without a long-term injury, I think that we should be looking at getting, like I said before, we should be looking at getting at least one more CB, one more CB, because we cannot keep Euro and Heaven on the bench. They have to be learning, so they have to be coming in. They have to be coming in, they have to be learning, and subsequently they would become very, very good. And we'll be looking at this guy, what's his name, at Matters Delete. Probably we'll be looking at him coming from the bench, giving defensive solidity and all of that. And the reason why I don't want Manchester United to sell Licha or to get rid of Licha is this. I think that he gives us a lot more, in that defensive area. His ability to play those passes, the way he calms the ball down, he's press resistant. He's very press resistant. You cannot get the ball off him easily. He knows how to protect the ball. He knows how to play the passes. He knows how to support the attack. So I look at him very well, and I'm saying that this guy can actually get into Manchester United midfield and play it even better than Kobe Mainu. This is what I think. It's a personal thought, yeah. But I think that this guy, what's his name? Licha, can give Manchester United a different form of a dynamic way for Manchester United to attack. You understand? So for me, I feel like Licha can, actually come in and do something for Manchester United. So we do not have to, because we hear in the news that Barcelona might just want to have Lisandro Martinez, and they are hoping that Manchester United will be looking at selling, or they are thinking that Manchester United might be selling Lisandro Martinez in the summer. So for me, I don't think that we are going to be selling him. I just feel like Manchester United have to, be patient with Licha and get a manager that will manage him properly. Even if Licha can be coming off the bench or playing a certain amount of time for Manchester United, then he goes off, and then we bring in a defender that can be learning off him. I think we should just try to keep him. This is Courtney. Courtney says, "Don't make stuff up." I want to understand, Courtney. What do you mean, Courtney? He says, "Don't make stuff up." So I want to ask, what do you mean by that, Courtney? I think that I think you explain better. But then, thank you so much, guys, for joining this live broadcast. It's been a very beautiful one. I will still be here. If you have questions, you can ask. I think we've talked about all of the things that we wanted to talk about. We've talked about the breaking news. Manchester United will be looking at opening talks with Bruno Fernandes for him to stay at Manchester United beyond the summer of 2028. Manchester United, the feeling around Manchester United is that Michael Carrick has made himself the favorable one, the one that the board might just pick, to be the permanent manager for Manchester United. And also, I'm going to say that Manchester United, everyone at Manchester United is having the same feeling. Yes, we might just be able to get Michael Carrick become the permanent manager at Manchester United. Also, Manchester United board has made it clear, according to Manchester Evening News, that they are going to be appointing a manager before the World Cup begins. Yes, according to Manchester Evening News, the Manchester United will be getting a manager before the World Cup resumes. So that means that every other manager that we have been looking at, all of the managers we have been looking at, the Julian Glasner, the Julian what's his name? The Julian Nagelsmann, Don Carlo Ancelotti, also Thomas Tuchel, and Mauricio Pochettino. All of these guys are tied, to the World Cup. So we cannot be appointing any of them for the Manchester United job. And also, if we look at it, the only managers out there right now will be Roberto De Zerbi, maybe Xabi Alonso. Yes, these guys, Xabi Alonso, Roberto De Zerbi, or maybe you look into England, Andoni Iraola, maybe Fabian Hosler, or the Crystal Palace manager. But then when you look at it, you think that okay, Michael Carrick actually has made more statements than all of these guys, and you cannot ignore what Michael Carrick has done with Manchester United. You can't ignore it. So that is the news that is coming out, that Manchester, the feeling around Manchester is that Michael Carrick might just become the manager of Manchester United. That is, for me, it's a beautiful one coming out there. And also, Manchester United is looking at opening talks with Bruno Fernandes to get him to sign. And also, Bruno Fernandes camp and the Manchester United camp feel like it is going to be a done deal, that they are going to be able to do the deal. And then Bruno Fernandes is keen on staying at Manchester United because he has shown no signs of wanting to leave the club. So for me, that is beautiful, and it is actually really excellent. So guys, in the absence of any question, I would want us to call it a day. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for questions. Thank you for staying glued to the channel. Thank you so much. Please click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification button. We'll be here again the same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.